So they'll be calling you a radical. So I'm here for Dillon Jones's debut. And so there is, back to the Delta Center. You'll think I'm crazy, but he does have some Michael Jordan similarities. And I was sat here and watched Jordan drop that shot. I had season tickets until 2001 too, and I got rid of them. But this is the only thing you can afford to come to here. You can't afford concerts, you can't afford jazz. That shitty ass product, outrageously overpriced. These are $8. These tickets. So I got my, and it's almost sold out. There's only a very small handful of tickets left. I got here early because I want to make sure I got a ticket. So OKC, it's the first game, the debut, Dillon Jones. So I was just in the sports shop. I was in there talking to them, and I'm like, I'll trade you. No, I won't. Nothing in this freaking store is worth this. Dillon Jones signed. So I don't know what we're going to do. You know, I always save my tickets. I get players to sign it. I have, you name it, I have it. I've always saved it my whole life. But they will not give you a hard ticket. The NBA has a rule now, no more printing hard tickets whatsoever, no matter what. They will not. If you really twist their arm and their tickets off, they'll do it on a but they won't. And I don't even think they sell programs anymore. So I don't know, as far as to record the history in the day, you know, I mean, what's the most valuable? By the way, I just saw that Karl Malone, you know, he had his dream team. I always thought Larry Miller owned those. In the Stockton Malone dealership, which Larry Miller owned those, you know, he had every single player on the 1988 Dream Team, those big, beautiful autographed jerseys. I always thought Larry Miller owned those. Karl Malone owned those, and I saw he sold them. He auctioned them. They went for $5 million. I mean, which I think was cheap. But why would these guys have no? They don't care about their sports merchandise. I mean, they don't. I talked to, you know, Jerry Sloan's wife, who I knew, his second wife, Bobby Sloan, I used to sit by, who died of cancer, who was the greatest. I loved her. But I saw the auction, went for that. I went to it. I didn't have much money. And they were just throwing it away. It's unbelievable. So it's pretty well sold out. I mean, I went in there. I got one. There's only a handful of tickets left. And dedicate the game to... No, I get out as early as possible. So they dedicate to, of course, the incredible Steve Klauke. He would have been here, guaranteed. And Dillon Jones' his favorite player. By the way, will Lillard be here? I don't know if he's in town, but he might be. You know, again, I thought I saw his car at the university today up by the event. But the Blaze 3 invited me. He says, we have a suite. He says, you can come sit. And I said, I ain't sitting in Mark Bucks. Oh, I'm going to get a standing room only shitty seat in the house. Because you guys treat me like fucking shit. Well, Dillon don't. So, Dillon Jones' debut. So I guess this will be the ticket stub. You know, the program. They don't do them anymore. I mean, which is unbelievably bizarro to me. The digital world we live in. So this is the souvenir of this video. So debuts at 5 for OKC. And by the way, hundreds of people, sports writers, all the mucks, Weber State coaches, Weber State other players, Weber State hardcore fans, they all owe me. I bet literally hundreds of people that Dillon will be drafted in the first round. You go ask Joe Bass. I even told him 2 days before the draft, I said, well, the Knicks are going to take him, which the Knicks did take. They traded the trades. You know, they okey-finokeyed with the Wizards to OKC. But it couldn't work out better for Dillon. His debut right now here in Utah. Jazz, way too stupid to draft him. Jazz suck. Remember when they had the outside screens and we used to sit here and us out our friends and root against them? Us hardcore fans, we left the Jazz a long time ago. mean, it used to be so great, such a grand product. Stockton Malone, Ricky Green, the great hot. You go from Hot Rod Henley to David Locke. And by the way, we've lost the greatest sports broadcaster in the history of, well, I mean, it comes down to two people, Hot Rod Hundley, who's passed away, or Steve Klauke. Klauke's gone. It's heartbreaking. He loved Dillon Jones. So, Dillon Jones debut, it's all but sold out. I went in there, I got here early, it's right at the top, we got 4 or 5 tickets left, that's all we got. Give me one, $8. That's all we can afford to go to. We'll go to Weber State games, they're still reasonable priced. It's probably your only chance to see Dillon. I guess hardcore Dillon Jones, man. Why not? It's hey, I'm not trading the shirt. No, it's more valuable than anything you got in here. I mean, I don't know what this new ownership's up to, but they don't give a shit about the past. The BYU Jazz. Go Dillon. So, Dillon Jones debut. So I guess this video's the souvenir. How do I get him to sign it? I guess I'll have to get a photograph with him after the game. Me and him are friends, you know. We've been friends since the day he got to Weber State. So I have that ticket. I don't have it signed, but Jordan, when he dropped the shot, the flu game, oh, I have that ticket. I was at that game, sat right up behind him. I went to every Jazz playoff game in the history of the team until 2002 or 3. I mean, when it went to shit. So, go Dillon Jones, man. We're thrilled. We're excited. We're all fired up. Us Blaze 3 came up to me and he says, because just not long before driving, no way he's going to. I said, you want to bet me? You know, and the players can't bet, but trainers, players, coaches, you know, lifetime fans, everybody bet me. When you're paying up, and you know what I bet them? I have my standard bet. The stake of the timber mine. Nobody's paid yet, but so David Locke, Gordon Monson, they're pitiful. I mean, we used to have beautiful sports writers in the day, you know, so we'll see how he does. Now, remember, Lillard went 6th in the draft right out of the gate. I think he had 27 points his first game. He just went crazy, though. So he was Rookie of the Year. He's won every award there is. Now, Dillon, well, I know from personal experience that Dillon Jones plays up to competition. His best games that he ever had were against the marquee. I mean, his best game of his career was against St. Thomas, who got a great chance playing in the NBA. You know, so he plays up. So I look for him to have an excellent game tonight. You know, and Weber State, the Mucks, the coaches, the whole team's coming. They'll be up there in the box. Of course I'm not invited. I just do all the fucking dirty work. I wouldn't sit with them. I love the players, but as far as the athletic department, the whole Mucks that run the show, it's kind of like, here, you can have them. No, I'm a true fan. I'll stand up there with the real fans. So here's the sports memorabilia. They won't give you a hard ticket. Jazz, oh, they suck. And you think they know how to draft? Oh, let's see. Chris Paul, did they take him? Oh, whoop, they jumped over it. Tony Parker, oh, they jumped over him. Kawhi Leonard didn't, oh, they jumped over him. Not since the Layden boys here. Stockton and Malone. My favorite Jazz player of all time, Ricky Green. My favorite Weber State player of all time, Lillard, no. Jerry Carding, no. Dillon Jones. So, it's back to the Delta Center. At least it ain't the Energy Solutions, the nuclear death sentence, which energy, people don't know who those scumbags are. Stay tuned.